Hey, here's Alexei, and in this video, I will talk about how you can remove your money blocks. Okay, and it can appear in many ways, like a feeling of lack, like there's not enough, feeling of not good enough overall, right? And or like hidden or subconscious self-sabotage, right? Like you take one step forward, two step backwards. Or past experiences, maybe failures with money that you've made and you can't stop thinking about it, or it just comes always in your mind when you are on the way to become successful. It just comes in your mind and it reminds you of your failures, right, that you can't let go of. So many people talk usually about strategies or beliefs, and these things are also important. But I think that in a lot of videos, people do not talk enough about emotional blocks, like blocks. So these money blocks are usually always emotional blocks because there's like a charged up emotion that you have not released. So there's something like in the past around money that you have not released. It can even come from your parents. Maybe they were arguing about money. So they are like charged up negative emotions about money that you have not let go of. And that means if you try to be successful, it creates misalignment because there are still charged up negative emotions around that. But you want to live a great life, right? In abundance with money. Yeah. So that's why it's necessary to let go of that so that you don't sabotage yourself, or that your inner child doesn't sabotage you, right? That you're aligned, basically, that you're aligned also on an emotional level. An emotional level and also on the other levels, right? So there's a very simple exercise, and with this exercise you can remove all money blocks. You just think in regards to money and you write this down. So I recommend you to write that down. You write down, for example, I feel sad because of, and then you write down everything in regards to money and sadness that comes into your mind. And you try to experience that consciously. The emotion, right? So here you focus especially on the emotion, not on the rationalization. You don't focus on rationalizing it, what came that way, but how you feel about it. Okay, so this part is about feeling it. And you can do this also with other emotions as well. You can try it out with different things and look what comes up. For example, in regards to money, I feel ashamed because of, or I feel guilty because of, I feel angry because of. And so like this, you can write down your different emotions and whether there's something comes up in regards to money. And further, what you do, so you experience, you write it all down, how you really feel about it. You try to remember what happened, okay? Whether it was in your childhood or somewhere in the past or a couple of weeks ago. And basically, after that, what you do is you can choose one of the two following options. You can either talk also with a person about it and try to experience the feeling consciously. So you express that. If you are angry, try not to shout it, but just still feel the emotion in your body, right? So it's not about blaming the other person in front of you. So you experience these emotions consciously and you express it, and expression helps you to release that more. If this is not the case, or you don't have a person who you can talk about this, you just do it in front of the mirror, and then you express it in front of yourself in the mirror and just look you in the eyes, right? And express really, and just try to be conscious how you feel in your body. So in which body part is it located, this feeling that you experience, right? So it's all about these feelings, to express them consciously, to experience them consciously. And once you have experienced it at full intensity, the charge starts to disappear and the money block starts to be removed. And another thing, after you express that, so if there's still something left, or after you have expressed in front of the mirror, after that, you can now still sit down simply, if possible, in a calm environment, right? Where if you're not distracted or people don't judge you, you just sit down then and you sit with this emotion as long as it's there, right? You allow this emotion to be in your body. So around money. And by doing that, basically the charge starts to disappear around money that happened somewhere in the past, right? And you will see as it disappears, you'll start to get more aligned with money, or starts to be also more fun rather than forcing yourself. Rather than forcing yourself to try to get more money, right? It starts to be more natural. It starts to feel good to be around money and go for that and get more money. So that's what you can do. Comment below what was your lesson, right? What did you learn? Or what for questions do you have to me, right? And see you next time. Bye bye.